First of all, get comfortable. This is not a structured video. This is a we are sitting on the floor with chai at 2 a.m. and talking about books. We are probably not emotionally ready for kind of video. And I have been thinking about these books a lot, like unnecessary a lot. They have been sitting on my TBR forever to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm either reading them or I'm going to talk about them. So, congratulations, you are getting both. Also, I feel like these are the kind of books that don't just entertain you, they slightly rearrange your brain chemistry, which is fun and also concerning at the same time. So, let's start with the one that is already intimidating me, which is Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. This book is basically built on very chaotic idea. What if the people who actually run the world, like the thinkers, the builders, the creators, just stop? Like they don't protest, they don't complain, they just quietly disappear. And suddenly everything starts falling apart. And people are left wondering what the heck just happened. But the real drama is not even that, is the question behind it. Are these people selfish for living, or they are the ones who finally refuse to be used? And I know this book is going to sit me down and be like, what do you actually believe? And I will be like, can I get back to you on that later? Also, it's huge, it's more than 1,000 pages, like emotionally and physically, mentally exhausting already, but there goes that. Then we have The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand, the same author. And this one feels like Atlas Shrugged's slightly more approachable but intense sibling. It follows this architect called Howard Rock, who has one personality trait: he does not compromise, like at all. This man would rather struggle, be misunderstood, be rejected, than create something he doesn't believe in. And I'm just sitting here like, I once changed an entire outfit because someone said, "Are you sure about that?" So clearly, we are not on the same page. But I feel like this book is going to make me question things like, what does success even mean? Is approval actually important? How much should you bend before you break? And I'm a little scared of books that ask these questions because they don't leave you alone afterwards. They kind of get stuck to you. Now we shift into my current phase of trying to understand the world, because whatever is happening, the World War III possibilities and everything in the West with Iran, with Palestine, with everything happening. So I really want to understand the world, the order, the chaos which is happening. So comes in Ash, The Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. This book is basically like, hey, everything you think is new, it's not. It talks about how powerful countries rise and then slowly decline, how money systems change, how conflicts build up, and how all of this has happened again and again and again. And apparently, we are currently in one of those again moments, which is comforting, but also not really, because now I'm like, okay, so what the heck happened next? And I think I want to read this because I don't just want to scroll through news and feel confused. I want to understand the patterns behind it, even if it slightly stretches me out. I want to have my own take on the world and not be pushed by others. Now we take a break from the intellectual crisis because I need enjoyment in my life. I can't survive on sheer existential crisis, right? So here we are, The Adventures of Amina al-Sirafi by Shannon Chakraborty. This book is about a retired pilot, a female retired pilot, which already sounds iconic. I know. She's done with chaos. She has a family. She's trying to live a peaceful life, and obviously, life says no, sweetheart, and pulls her back into one last adventure. There is magic, there is danger, There are secrets and probably a lot of bad decisions, which is exactly what I like in a story. Also, I started this before, and then I stopped because I was not in a right mental state to appreciate the book. So I thought I would soft DNF it for now and pick it up again. This book has the female MC is smart, she's witty, she's savage, and everything that I love in a female MC. And so, yeah, we are going to read it again because it has everything I enjoy. And if I still don't like it this time, then we will have to have a very serious conversation. Next, a book that might accidentally make me smarter, as if I'm not smart enough, but yeah, which is risky, obviously. Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. This is written by a hostage negotiator, an FBI hostage negotiator, which means this man has had conversations where the stakes were life or death. And he is basically teaching you how to communicate in a way that actually works, like how to negotiate, how to read people, and how not to just give in. And I feel like after reading this, I will either become very powerful or very, very annoying. Like, imagine me in a normal conversation, like, interesting, but have you considered tactical empathy? And everyone's like, girl, please stop. Please, yeah. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those books that actually changes how you interact with people, which is kind of cool and slightly dangerous. And coming from a law background where negotiation and mediation is kind of normal and regular, I think I would like to know how to negotiate. So yeah, there goes that. Oh, okay, this one I already know I'm going to get attached, which is My Friends by Frederick Backman. This is about a group of teenagers, their friendship, and summer, which is perfect for the season, and somehow a painting that connects their story to someone else's years later. And if you have read Batman before, you already know he has a way of making you care about the characters so deeply. Like, you start the book normally, and then suddenly you're emotionally invested in fictional people like they are your actual friends. And I just know this is going to be one of those books where nothing dramatic might even happen, but everything feels very important. And I love that. Now we enter the world of Russian literature. I want to read classics and feel intellectual phase, which may or may not last. Starting with Oblomov by Ivan. This is about a man who just doesn't do anything. Like, he is stuck in comfort, in routine, in inaction, and the entire story kind of revolves around that. And I'm like, this is either going to inspire me to get my life together or expose me, and I'm not ready to be exposed like that. But I'm also curious because sometimes the most simplest stories, like the simple stories, say the most about human nature. From the blurb, I understood that it follows the man Oblomov, who has this great ambition, amazing ideas, but he doesn't take action upon it. All he does is move from one corner of the room to another corner, and I don't want to be that girl. I have huge ambitions, amazing goals, but I feel I'm afraid I'm not taking enough action towards it, and I want this book to motivate me, be like, this is not who you are, this is now how you want to end up, kind of motivation. So yeah, then we have The Soft Heartbreak. You might have come across this book on any platform. It is a very, very famous classic, which is White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Don't ask me about the cover, I like it, I will rip it apart later. This is short, but emotionally probably not so short. It's about loneliness, connection, and love that doesn't quite happen the way you want it to. And there's something about quiet emotional stories that just stay with you. Like, you finish them and then you sit there staring at nothing, reevaluating your life choices. So, yeah, looking forward to that. I have experienced it with Ishq Atish, where I was Like it was 5 a.m. or something. I just woke up for Fajr prayer. The azan was not gone off, so I was laying in my bed thinking about the book, not changing the plots, not thinking what if scenarios, like how the story could have been better or how they could have been a happy ending. Just looking at the fan and thinking about the book. It's a crazy experience. So yeah, let's stop that. Okay, now this one is chaos in the best way possible. Katabasis by Arif Khan. If you know me, I have read the author's another book, which is Babel, and that book kind of disappointed me. I believe that the book is a little overhyped. I don't want this book to be the same. This book is about two students who don't like each other, and they have to go to hell, like literally travel to hell to save their professor. And I'm sorry, but that already sounds like a disaster. Like academically stressed people in hell. This is going to be very messy. There is magic, rivalry, and of course, dark academia vibes. And probably a lot of questionable decisions, and I'm fully here for it. And I'm also waiting for the author's new book, which is in making. It has not been published yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And finally, a book that feels less like a want to read and more like I should probably read this at least once. The Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx and Friedrich. This is one of the most influential political texts ever. It talks about class, power, and how societies are structured. And whether you agree with it or not, it has shaped a huge part of the world we live in. And I feel like if I'm going to have opinions, as I said before, I should at least know what I'm talking about, which is a scary but responsible decision. I should know where it is coming from. So yeah, these are the books currently sitting in my brain on my TBR, waiting for their turn and possibly waiting to emotionally attack me one by one. And I already know at least one of these is going to change how I think, and I will come back here slightly more confused, slightly more aware, and probably with more books because clearly I don't learn. So tell me, which one should I start first? And also, what's a book that you think I should absolutely know about? Because at this point, my reading list is not even a list, it's a lifestyle. So, see you all soon. Allah Hafiz.